Hello again, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Kira, and today we have a February plan with me for 2020. Bam. I think that is the smoothest, wow, I fucked it up. I think that's the smoothest intro has ever gone for me. So, I just give myself a pat on the back. So, starting off with my February plan with me, I decided to do the theme books because I like books. I run a booktube channel. Books. So I looked at a lot of pictures on Pinterest. I think I saved some of them into my bullet journal um board. If you want to check it out, I do have a link to my Pinterest in the description box below, I think. If not, my username's just Karen May Petty. If you want to look it up, I have a lot of boards on there. They're not all bullet journal. A lot of them are just random shit. But yes. Anyways, I decided to do books. Um, I decided to. It was mainly just to test my drawing abilities. I haven't really drawn intensely like this since high school. I was really into art in high school, and I kind of dropped off after I graduated. So here I am. I did a lot of sketching. It was very fun. I forgot how much I like to draw, so maybe I'll try to go for more intricate designs later on, intricate themes later on. Um, but anyways, this is just my cover page. I just drew a stack of books. Drew out the calendar. I make it bigger because I have a big journal. Everything that I'm using I will be linking in the description box below. I did get the Micron PN pens where the nib is shaped like a ballpoint pen, which is awesome because I love ballpoint pens. So that is what I used pretty much this entire video. I don't think I used any other. Oh, I used the Micron Graphic 1 where it's just like a bullet nib, like the end of Tombos. I use that to do like my thick coloring in of black. Other than that, I just use the Micron PN. Anyways, I have 3 colors that I did. 2 of them are Tombow markers. One is 990 and the other one is 947. And then the purple color that I used is a Crayola Super Tip. I wanted it to be more of like a kind of neutral with a little bit of color. I picked the lighter color just so I could color in like the edge of the books and then also to kind of like highlight things. I wanted to make them look like old-timey. So that's why I picked these colors. It's definitely a transition from my last plan with me where I used the bright green. As much as I love the bright green, I'm kind of tired of looking at it. So this will be a nice change. And now I'm just coloring the books in. I wrote February on one of the spines. I can't remember which one. But I think yeah. This is where I used the Micron bullet nib. I went back over it so you could see it a little bit better. Then moving on to my monthly calendar. This is the same setup as what I had last month. It works really well for me. It's just a giant calendar. Each box is 8 by 9, I believe, and then there's space in between each one of them. I just like a big calendar to write everything in. This is where everything gets dumped on first, and then it gets transferred to my weeklies. So this spread works really well for me. I wouldn't change it for anything else. This will probably be the same for like the end of time. And then I just have some little like doodles of books that I did. Like I did one that's laying open on top of one of the squares, and then I have a little stack in the corner, and then I have kind of like a stack like it's on a shelf on top. And I just colored those in, and then I put like a little apple on one of the stacks, and then I drew like a cup of coffee on the other one. And then other than that, I just wrote February 2020 in the big space. I just did lowercase writing for like my font style for the entire thing. I was trying to go with like the whole like bookish feel. I was gonna use um letter stamps, but since the my bullet journal's so big, the notebook that I'm using, my stamps are really small in comparison. Wow, that's a hard word to say apparently. Um and I need to get bigger ones before I would use that because I was trying to go for like the old-timey lettery look, but they would have been too small on the page. And I haven't quite mastered the font yet of just doing fonts in general, or I haven't really practiced trying to do like calligraphy or anything. So bear with me while I go on this journey of trying to make my lettering look nice. Um, One thing I can say is I was kind of gifted with semi nice handwriting, so I don't have to worry too much about my handwriting looking bad. Um, yeah, so this spread is just really simple. I definitely am proud of myself because I didn't mess up this month, and it actually starts on Monday, like everything else does, and not on a Sunday like last month's did because I messed up. So yeah, the I'm just coloring the books in, and then I did with the really light color. I went into each box and drew a circle. Um, I colored like a little circle, and then I wrote the number on top of it, and then um I fill it out later. I put like my work schedule because my work schedule comes out really far in advance, and then like I put like birthdays and um like birthday parties and events and stuff that have come in like the future that week's hasn't been set up yet. So I'm just erasing all of my lines because I go in before every setup and like draw out in all the ticks of where everything has to go, or I would probably greatly fuck up more than what I did or have. So yeah, that's the spread. I'm quite um proud of myself in my bullet journaling, um and just like in general. I it has been I've I keep dropping off on doing bullet journaling, but then every time I pick it back up, I just reminds me how much it works for me and how much more organized I am and less stressed I am. Like this is like the second to last video that is going up this month, and this will be the first month I could probably say ever in the entire time of me having my YouTube channel that I have actually posted every Sunday and Wednesday. Usually it's like I post on a Wednesday and then I won't post on Sunday, or like I post on Sunday and then I won't post on Wednesday, because I made a spread to plan out my YouTube videos, and that's what this spread is. So it's a double page spread because I made a second channel. This channel, I'm assuming if you're watching this video, you know I talk about my writing and books that I read, and just I do bullet journal stuff. That's what this is. I made a second channel. It's called Motherload. I It's a gaming channel. I can put the link to the channel in the description box below if you are interested. I just play the Sims game. If you have played the Sims, Motherload is a cheat to get like a shit ton of money. That's why I named the channel Motherload. And then I also would be doing Minecraft videos on that channel. So the first spread is for this channel, Kira May Petty, and then the second spread is for Motherload. So I just, on the like the little sideways skinny box, I write in every date of Sunday and Wednesday, and then I have the top box is where I'll put the title of the video. The middle boxes are like specific things that that you mainly have to do every time you like upload a video, or like I mainly do. It's just kind of a checkbox to make sure that I get each one. I didn't fill the boxes in until after the plan with me because I didn't even think about it, but I just have record, edit, voiceovers, thumbnail, upload, links and description, cards, and end card. And then if whatever video it is, if something of that nature doesn't apply to the video, like doing a voiceover or whatever, I'll just cross the box out. And pretty much what I do is after I hit a certain step, like after I record a video, I will color the box in so then I know that that video is recorded. And then like after I edit the video, then I color the box in so then I know that I've edited that video. It is a easier way for me to keep track of my videos, and then like I know that I'm on track, or I'll know if I'm ahead and I actually like already recorded my videos for that week, and then I can work on the next week's videos. It doing it this way, this spread, is the most organized that I've been with my videos, and it has made it the most easy for me to upload videos, and I am so grateful that I came up with this spread. And the one that I did in January was a lot more simple than this one, but it's a game changer for me, and I love it, and I'm so excited about how well it is de-stressing me about YouTube, because normally I'm like, I have to record this video and edit and everything tonight to get it up, and I can't remember if I have recorded videos or what I haven't edited or what's gone up, and this helps me figure it out. And so what I do is I take sticky notes and I cut them into skinny strips, and I stick the strips in the top where each title will go, and then write what the video would be, and then if that video is set in stone, I'll write it on like in the actual box, and if it ends up getting moved, I can just peel the sticky note off and put it in a different spot that it would go in, so I can kind of flip-flop stuff around. And then yeah, it just is an easy way for me to keep track of my videos. I definitely am enjoying the gaming channel aspect because the videos are a little bit easier to do. From what I've noticed, a lot of them are voiceovers because I do building a lot in The Sims. So yeah, this is my YouTube spread. I could do a, like, if you want, comment below. I can do a more like in-depth video specifically explaining how I use this spread if it's something that you would like to learn or know. I could put the dimensions out for how big the boxes are, but that would be if you have this journal, which is the minimalist journal. It's like 8 by 11 or something. I can link I'll link it in the description box below if you want to get it. It was like $15 off Amazon, and I'm very much impressed with the journal because the paper isn't like as thin as like a lecture, because I've used that, but it's also not as thick as like I use like a Limon, and that has like 120 GSM paper. This one's kind of like an in-between, and it definitely holds up really well to like marker and stuff, and it takes a bit for stuff to kind of bleed through, so I'm impressed. Anyways, moving on to the next spread. Oh, I hit my microphone. This is my February TBR spread. I will have this spread pretty much every time. It probably won't change. The only thing that I added is you'll see I put this little calendar down in the corner. I saw this on Pinterest and I thought it was a cool idea, and I added it to my January TBR spread. After the fact is what someone did is they would highlight the book that they were reading, and then with like a certain color, and then with that same color they'll highlight on the calendar all the days that they read the book, so that you can kind of see like how many days it took you to read the book and like how long. And I usually read multiple books at once, so since the calendar is bigger, it'll probably be easier for me to probably then I could do like 2 colors, like where if they would overlap on a time or whatever. But I just thought it was a fun idea because I like the statistics and stuff like that. I'm tracking like all the pages that I read. At the very bottom I have all of my stats where I track like how many books I reread and how many are arcs and my average star rating and how many pages per day I read and how many books per day, like crap like that. And then I have my Goodreads challenge at the very bottom, which I am very behind on, but I plan on catching up. Anyways, that's a February TBR spread. It's pretty simple. I like it. I just write my books in and then check them off as I do the thing. Moving on to my next spread. This is going to be, it's like a half spread. There are two spreads put on one page. Um, the top one is my monthly goals. I did have my monthly goals in my last setup on a big piece of paper. Like it was like one whole page, but I feel like it was kind of a waste of space and there's a lot of blank space on it and everything. So I condensed it, and instead of having the 5 goals like I had like author, knitting and crocheting, YouTube, reading, and other. I condensed reading into YouTube. I don't know why I separated them, because like my most of my reading corresponds with YouTube. And I don't really have like any like crazy reading goals. So I didn't write the headers in when I did this, and I totally like blanked on it. My friend came over when I was recording this part, and I was talking to him, my boyfriend, while they were in the room, so I was kind of distracted. But so there's each box at the top. I just wrote like what they are, and then I'll just put my goals in for the month and check them off as I go. And then the bottom half, I'm doing a monthly playlist. I see like Amanda Rach Lee do this a lot, and I've seen it a lot on Pinterest and other bullet journal setups where people normally they'll set it up as they're going, and they put like songs that they're enjoying at the time in as like their monthly playlist, but I left it blank so I could fill it in as I go, because I like to listen to different music. I know like on Spotify every week they'll make like a playlist specifically for you based off of like what you listen to and everything. So I just made like, there's 9 little like play boxes, and then I made like a little square in the corner that I cut off, where my plan is to print off like the album cover, the artwork or whatever, and cut it out and then like tape it in there. And then I just went through and made like the fast forward and back button and then like the play button in each one of them, which took forever to color in, but I think it looks cute. And then I just have a little coffee cup that I drew on the top to kind of match with like the books and the coffee that I've been doing before. I think this will be fun to kind of keep track of like the songs as I go, and then if I don't fill it up all the way like one month, it's like not a big deal or whatever. But I already have 2 songs that I could put in it if I wanted right now, but it's technically not February yet. But I just like discovering new music and listening to music all the time, so this would be a fun spread for me to fill out. Depending on how fast I fill it out, maybe it'll become a full page spread next month. We'll see. And then moving on to the last spread in my bullet journal. This is just my first weekly setup. I've kind of been switching up my weekly setups as I go and play around with things. If you watched my last bullet journal setup in January, you'll see that I didn't put my daily tarot in there. I'm kind of having trouble keeping up with doing it daily. So in the bottom corner, on one side in the bottom corner, I have like the little calendar where I just highlight what week we're on. You can't even see me writing it in because Archie's in the way. But then in the other corner, I divided it and I put weekly tarot. So I'm just gonna draw a tarot card like that week to represent like my entire week instead of doing my entire day. And then each line is just like Monday through Sunday, and then the last one is just next week, and I just write the things that would transfer over to next week into it. It's a super simple spread, but I've used it before in the past. It works really well for me. And then the bottom box, and that's like empty in the bottom, is just for notes, for like videos or whatever, just like things that come to mind that I need to write down in the moment. That's what that's for. So that's it for my February setup. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you are liking me doing bullet journal videos like this and like recording them and everything, please give this video a thumbs up and comment below if you're doing a bullet journal this year or if you've ever thought about doing one. I think they're really fun. If you are at all kind of like into art, even if you don't think you're good at it, it's definitely a nice way to like have fun. So yeah, bye.